Breaking. Erik Ten Hag clinical play. Can Erik save Manchester United? Hello, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Erik Ten Hag wants Manchester United to be more clinical and reach their goals. Under fire, Erik Ten Hag says Manchester United are a work in progress that must become more effective in front of goal if they are to overcome their stuttering start to the season. A topsy-turvy opening to the Dutchman's third campaign in charge continued on Wednesday night as Saturday's 0-0 stalemate at Crystal Palace was followed by a frustrating 1-1 draw with FC Twente. Christian Eriksen scored a thumping opener and then gave away an equalizer as United failed to beat the lowest-ranked side they will host in the new-look Europa League group phase. Ten Hag's men had 18 attempts against Twente, having failed with their 15 shots at Selhurst Park, leading the manager to underline the importance of a killer instinct ahead of Tottenham's arrival on Sunday. Asked what the problem with United is at the moment, the manager said, not scoring goals enough. That's the problem, the key area. We have to score more goals as a team. I think we have players across the team who have the ability to score. That's clear. You see all the opportunities we are creating, we are not scoring enough. The past week has certainly been quite the drop considering they returned from the international break with a 3-0 win at promoted Southampton and 7-0 Carabao Cup triumph against Barnsley. Those are among just 3 victories United have managed in 8 matches in all competitions after a summer in which Ineos made some smart-looking signings and improved the structure. I think you have to assess the situation, Ten Hag said about his side's inconsistencies. Still, we are working, we are in progress. We have to sign players. We also made a choice to sign very young players. Like last year, Rasmus Højlund, like this year, Joshua Zirkzee and Lenny Yoro. Players we believe in them in this moment but also for the future. We have to build them. When I started we spoke about more, we have to make a switch there in the dressing room and I think we turned a corner. Now we have to work with the squad and that takes time, and of course I am also, it's not a good behavior from me, impatient, and I want to go straight forward. But also, to be fair, we had success in the last 2 seasons and we have to work very hard to bring another success. Højlund, 21, and Zirkzee, 23, are talented strikers that need to shine sooner rather than later if this is to be a successful season at Old Trafford. The former is pushing to start against Spurs, having made 2 substitute appearances since returning from a hamstring injury sustained on the tour. Zirkzee has made 7 appearances since joining from Bologna, but his effort in the opening day win against Fulham remains his only goal. Asked if he believes the Netherlands international can become a prolific goalscorer for United, Ten Hag said, "Yes, I do. He is young, we see his capabilities. He is a very good link-up player, he's creative, he's creating chances. But, to be fair, also he has absolutely his moments towards the goal of the opposition. Yesterday as well, I think it was a great action he had with a great shot as well. It was a top save from the keeper. In that area he can definitely improve, but we knew that beforehand. He has some very good attributes and also some attributes he has to improve, and there he needs our support how to improve." Erik Ten Hag told he's still facing sack and advised to sell unreliable Man Utd star. Erik Ten Hag's Manchester United suffered more frustration on Wednesday night as they dropped points at home to Twente in the Europa League to increase pressure on their manager. Manchester United's next slump under Erik Ten Hag could spell the end for the manager, pundit Mark Lawrenson claims. United finished 8th in the Premier League last season under Ten Hag, leaving the Dutchman's position under threat. However, victory in the FA Cup final secured European qualification and helped earn him a stay of execution. The summer transfer window was United's first under new ownership, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe taking charge of football affairs. Ten Hag was backed in the transfer market, with around £200 million spent on new signings, but there's still work to do on the pitch. Ten Hag's team have 7 points from their first 5 league games, drawing with Crystal Palace in their most recent outing. Their Europa League campaign began on Wednesday against their manager's former employers FC Twente, but early dominance wasn't converted to victory as Sam Lammers rescued a point for the Dutch side. "I think the treatment of Erik Ten Hag over the summer wasn't great," Lawrenson told Sportscasting. "They were hawking around looking at potential suitors for Ten Hag's job. I thought at one stage that he'd had enough and might just walk away. Since then, it looks like they've kissed and made up. I'm still not convinced with United, but I do think they'll be better this season. Will they be good enough to appease their owners? I'm not sure. I think if they have another slump, Ten Hag will get sacked. It seems like they're waiting for that to happen." Lawrenson also argued it's time for United to cash in on Luke Shaw. The England left-back has struggled with injuries in recent seasons, playing just 15 times since the start of last season, with his brief international return at Euro 2024 followed by a fresh setback. I think United will be looking for a replacement for Luke Shaw given he's suffered yet another injury, the former Liverpool defender added. He made the Euros in the end, but if you've got players like him who are very rarely fit, you can't rely on them. It's not a case of him not playing anymore, it's more the fact that Ten Hag will be wanting to play the same team every week. If he can have that, and it's a good team, then United will be up there at the top of the league. You've got to feel for Luke Shaw, though, he doesn't mean to get injured, that's just the way the game is. They'll likely assess the situation at the start of next year and see what they can and can't do with him. Erik Ten Hag is coming under increasing pressure at Manchester United, and it has emerged that he opted to ignore advice sent by predecessor Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Erik Ten Hag has ignored predecessor Ole Gunnar Solskjaer by moving on from Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire. McTominay was sold by Manchester United this summer to Napoli, having fallen down the pecking order at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, Maguire was stripped of the captaincy last summer and has also found himself out of Ten Hag's plans. The duo had been key players during Solskjaer's time at the club, which came to an end following a miserable run of results in November 2021. But the Norwegian is now eyeing a stunning return to the job, with Ten Hag coming under increasing pressure. United have endured a disappointing start to the season, with Maguire playing as they drew with Twente on Wednesday. In the wake of that result, a tip Solskjaer sent to his permanent successor has now emerged. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.